Hi Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising. I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. I am a soul therapist and an intuitive that connects with the angelic energy, and I help the helpers, the light bringers, and the soulpreneurs of this world to live their most magical life. And today we're going to be diving into your entire year of 2020. What do you need to know? What messages do the angels have for you? How can you best navigate this year? And I'm going to be doing this a little bit differently than my monthly readings, in that we're going to be diving into different categories of your life for the year of 2020 and what you need to know about those different categories. So we are going to dive right into the cards and take a peek at the cards that I pulled for you. So the very first cards that I have pulled, the very first category, is the overarching theme for your year of 2020. Okay, so I do see, just taking a peek at all of the cards that I pulled for you here, that work is going to be a theme for you. So this may or may not be what you get paid for. This may or may not be your job, but this is your job here on the planet. You know, this is you. You know, it can be your job here on the planet. It can be you living out your purpose here on the planet, and you may or may not get paid for that. Sometimes we are living our most purposeful life and working an entirely different job outside of that life purpose. So just keep that in mind as we take a peek at that. But I feel like there's really an overarching theme for you across the board of being focused on your work or your life's work and making some changes in that area. So that's one really big thing that stands out to me. So we have the Seven of Fire showing up, and fire tends to be connected with work or life's work. And this is also about you kind of finding your way around taming some of the dragons that are showing up in your life, whether it's fear, whether it's a lack of confidence, self-consciousness, you know, anything like that, whether it's like, this is an energy of you standing up to those fears. This is an energy of you finally taking the bull by its horns and just going for it, just making sure that you are doing what you need to do, connecting with your soul, listening to what you feel like you need to do, and going for it. And I think that you will. And this is, I think, going to create this energy. The card itself says to defend your beliefs and decisions, stand your ground, choose your battles wisely. And I do feel like it is going to be a little bit of, we don't want you to be defensive, but of you really standing strong in your truth, of you saying, this is what I feel compelled to do. This is what my intuition is telling me I need to do. This is what my soul is telling me I need to do. This is what I'm being guided to do. You get the idea. But this is you just being honest with yourself and being honest with the people in your world about what's right for you and what decisions you're making for your life, and allowing yourself to just, as scary as it is, go for it and just dive into whatever it is that you feel like you need to be diving into, and not allowing anybody around you to influence any of those decisions. And that can be really challenging, but I feel like you are going to find your way around that in this year, and that's going to be a major theme for you. And then we have the Nine of Water card. Okay, so the Nine of Water card is a beautiful energy. This is basically like, you love your life. Your cup runneth over. You are feeling really good about things. You are excited about your life. You're excited about the possibilities that you have going on in your life. It's a beautiful, happy, joyful energy. And maybe you've been really worried about a lot of things in a lot of areas of your life for a very long time, or maybe even specifically because water can be connected also to relationships, right? So maybe you've had a lot of challenges within relationships in the past several years, and this is about you really working through a lot of things. Maybe you've done a lot of work around relationships in years previous to this, and now you're just open, and now you're just feeling good about your life and your relationships and circumstances that you have going on. So overall, you are loving your life this year in 2020. Now, the next category we're going to take a look at is the self and health category of your life. Okay, so let me grab these cards. Here we have the Knight of Earth. Okay, so this is all about you honoring your commitments to yourself. Okay, this is all about you understanding that it's so important for you to make yourself a priority. If you know that there's something that you need to do for yourself, if you know that there's something that needs to be taken care of for yourself, making sure that you allow yourself to do that, making sure that you create the time and the space to allow for that. Basically, if you make a commitment to yourself, make sure that you honor that. It's time for you to prioritize yourself, or make yourself, add yourself to that list of the people that you prioritize. And we tend to be really, really good about honoring our commitments to other people, but not necessarily ourselves, right? And so this is about honoring your commitments to yourself, and really making sure that you are also getting things done. This is like a year for you where I think that you're going to be just taking care of lots of stuff, lots of steps, lots of things that need to be taken care of. And this is about, you need to go for it. This is not a great year for you to procrastinate, okay? Is there ever really a great year to procrastinate? I don't know, but we do that, right, as human beings. And so this is a year that really, the more you can stay on task, the more focused you can stay, the better off you're going to be overall. And then we also will talk about this 10 of Fire card, okay? So this is also talking about balance. This is talking about making sure that whatever areas of your life that are out of balance find their way back into balance. And you making yourself, you honoring your commitments to yourself is one of the ways back to feeling better, back to feeling balanced. Because here's the thing is, if you don't get these things under balance, the stress that you're experiencing throughout this year is going to lead to some challenges with your health. It may be serious challenges, it may be minor challenges, but let's avoid them altogether and just get your life back into balance. How do I need to get my life into balance? What do I need to do? And this is also about making sure, that you're not taking on too much work, that you're not saying yes to too many things, and that you are allowing other people to step in and to help you, especially if they're offering. And they're asking for help in the areas that you need. Again, we have the Fire card, which for me is connected with work, okay? So I want to recognize that, because whether that's your job that you get paid for, or your life's work, or just work that's showing up in your experience, recognize when you have too much of it. Recognize when you need to cut things out. Recognize when you need to make some changes, because I do feel as though you're going to be making some pretty major changes in regard to work and life's work. So let's take a look at that as your next category. So again, here we have a Fire card showing up right here in your work category, okay? So this is the 9 of Fire reversed. And the 9 of Fire reversed is you feeling like giving up. You feeling so frustrated. You feeling kind of pushed to the point of wanting to quit, wanting to just give in to what other people want you to do, not feeling strong, not feeling courageous, not believing in yourself. And this is really encouraging you to stand strong, to connect with this energy that we were talking about here in the 7 of Fire. Okay, these cards are relatively similar. These are like stand strong in your truth, choose your battles wisely, but when you do choose your battles, you need to stand strong in those, and you need to not let yourself be changed by other people's opinions or what other people want of you. And if you are recognizing that something is wrong, something is unfair, something is not honoring of you, or something is no longer in alignment with your best life path, it's time for you to make some changes. And that may require you to make some difficult changes, for you to have some difficult conversations. It may require you to set some boundaries that may be more challenging for you to set. It may require you to, stand really, really strong in the things that you need to say, and maybe find yourself coming face to face with another person that wants you to back down and wants to push you around. And I think that you're going to be finding yourself, especially in regard to work or life's work, just finally done with it, where you say, you know what, enough is enough, and I don't deserve to be treated this way, and I don't deserve to be in this experience anymore, and this is showing me the way. This is showing me that it's time for me to make a change. And that's the entire purpose of all of this discomfort around all of the work stuff. Is it is showing you the way. It's showing you what's next for you. It's showing you what you want, and it's showing you what you don't want. And I think that that is going to be very, very clear as you continue throughout this year. So much so that we come to the life experience card. Okay, so the life experience card, when this shows up, is a significant life event. If you're familiar with tarot at all, this is the Tower card, okay? This is a major event that changes the entire course of your life, okay? And this doesn't have to be a difficult event, although it can be sometimes challenging. It can just be that you decide to make a change. It can just be that your entire mindset around something changes and you view the entire world differently. But either way, this is a major change. This is a major shift in your life. This is a change in direction. And the card itself says a significant life event, a powerful revelation that leads to change. You're making changes here around your work stuff or around your life's work. And it's time to spread your wings. It's time to get going. So if you have been stuck in a job that you know doesn't serve you anymore, that you just don't feel like honors who you are or what you want to do or where you're meant to be in your life, it's time for you to go. It's time for you to make some changes. And I really feel like you're going to be doing that this year and making some shifts so that you are spending time, putting time and energy into things that are going to be a little bit more in alignment with your life purpose and things that are going to make you feel happier and more peaceful. So I'm excited for you guys. I think these shifts with work are going to be really, really important and helpful. So the next category that we have here is the relationships category. And again, you guys are making some changes this year, okay? You are moving forward. Something is moving forward, okay? And we have this release card with it as well. So we have the Six of Air, we have the release card reversed, okay? So there's been something that you've been hanging on to, whether it's old stuff, whether it's old ways of thinking, whether it's an old relationship, whether it's maybe you've been really stubborn about a particular thing in regard to a relationship or your relationships in your life. Maybe it's something that you haven't forgiven someone for, but it's something that you finally recognize you need to let go of, that you finally understand it's time to release something in order to allow you to move forward. For some of you, this may be the release of a relationship that you know isn't serving you anymore. And what this leads to is a Six of Air. The Six of Air is forward movement. It is things are looking up, things are getting better, you feel happier, you have a change, a shift, forward movement. Maybe, you make some changes that lead to improvements within your relationship. So it doesn't have to be the ending of a relationship. It's just a shift. It's a change for the better. So I feel really good about this energy that we have here. And then the next category, let me just grab these cards, is going to be in the area of finances. So again, we're looking at a fire card, and here we have the Ace of Fire. Okay, this is great. This is saying to me, so this is money, this is abundance, this is any of these earthly things that we would wish to have that may be helpful here for us on this planet, okay? And one of these things is opportunities, right? And I do feel as though, especially in regard to work, here we have another fire card, that you guys are going to have an amazing new opportunity, an exciting new opportunity to change your life now for the better. I just think you're going to be feeling really great. I feel like you are making some changes. You may find that you have to make some leaps of faith before these changes come in. But wow, when these come in, this is incredible. This is you changing your life. This is you taking back your life. This is you being in charge of your work or the things that you're putting your time and your energy into. So this is a really great energy. And Ace of Fire can also suggest that, the money will be there to support it as well. So that is an exciting card for us to pull in regard to abundance and finances and money. So the next card that we have here in this category is the Chariot card, okay? So the Chariot card reversed is what's showing up. And so you may find yourself just taking some pauses. You may find things aren't moving forward quite as quickly as you would like them to. But if you can continue to trust, if you can continue to keep going, if you can continue to move in the direction of what speaks to you, what you feel called to do, eventually this is going to move forward, and then we're going to have this Ace of Fire energy, okay? So we just want to allow this, and when it moves forward, I feel like it's going to move forward quickly, and then suddenly it's like much more abundant, as things are flowing much more steadily to you, whether it's opportunities, whether it's money, whether it's the the people and experiences that you want in your life, all kinds of things. So trust that that's coming, but also trust that any pause that's showing up for you is purposeful and temporary for you in your life. So the final category that we have here is, what do your thought processes look like for this month? So the first card that we have here is the Four of Air reversed, okay? So the Four of Air reversed is suggesting to me that maybe you've been in a place where you have been needing more rest. You have felt tired. You've been through a lot. This can be a card where people are grieving, where people have gone through a lot. And, you know, I do think that you're going to have your fair share of changes that you're going to make here in this month. And so understand that you're going to need to make sure that you're resting, that you're going to need to take some quiet time just for you to balance yourself out. You also may want to take a little bit of time to take a nice, peaceful, relaxing vacation even, or just time at home, time off work for yourself. So, you know, if you have an opportunity, for example, if you leave one job and step into another and you have an opportunity to take a little time away where you're not working at all, that would be really, really beneficial and really encouraged here. But I also feel like you're moving forward. Like, I feel like this is energy that you're carrying over into this year a bit, this need to like rest more, this feeling of sadness, this feeling of grieving a bit, or some of this stuff. So I feel like you're carrying some of it over, and some of it is through the changes and the shifting that you're making, and we all need a little bit of time to adjust. So understand that this isn't going to continue throughout the year, because I see you moving forward from this, and that's why I see this showing up reversed, is I see you letting it go. I see you finally just feeling free and connecting with this Nine of Water card, which is this loving your life energy that we talked about in the beginning. So this is really beautiful, but you may find yourself here with this King of Air. Air tends to be connected with mental processes. When the King of Air shows up for me, that is saying to me, you know, it might be helpful or beneficial for you to work with some kind of a counselor to help you to get your thoughts in the right place, to work with a coach, to do some kind of work with some help that will help to get your thoughts in a better place, just so that you can handle everything that's been coming at you. I just feel like this is sort of leftovers from last year, and you're still trying to get things into balance, and this will be helpful for you in order to get things into balance. This is also about speaking your mind with confidence, okay? So understanding that it's so important for you to express that, and I feel like that's going to be a really major theme throughout this year, speaking your truth and speaking your mind with confidence, and not feeling like you need to hold back just because you're afraid of how people are going to respond. So those are your messages for the year of 2020. If you guys like this video, make sure you hit that like button, and if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button with the bell so that you get notifications for any and all videos that I upload here on the channel. I really appreciate the support, guys, and I will see you soon with another video. Take care.